So, hey, welcome. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm hoping that the mic is actually working, so let me know if it is not or if it is. So, hopefully, that it is. And welcome to my home and my domain. Mic is perfect. Excellent. So, hey, guys, I am Psycheshire. I am your host. This is my domain. Rather you are my friend, or rather you are my foe, you always have a place to go. Tonight is story time. And before we get too much into story time, hey, thank you. Thank you, is that divinity? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love to have that. We love to have you all here. But thank you for the subscription. And yeah, cool. You hit me up. You kind of made me speechless. Let's hope that doesn't continue for the rest of the story time, though. You don't want me speechless. So, let's get through. I'm going to get through a little bit of the intro. And yes, I haven't been on in a little bit of a while. The reason why is I tend to role play quite a bit, and I'm actually role playing on 3 separate servers. And yeah, I kind of like get into it where it's like, oh crap, it's like 4 in the morning. Maybe I should be like going to sleep or something. Hey, baby, how's it going? So, hi. So anyway, yeah. So I have a tendency to actually roleplay all the way until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, which I should know better, but it's kind of a thing. Yeah. So, oh, it's all dragon. Is this my dragon? Oh, yo, dragon. Yeah, this is Winter, my dragon. Yeah, we got to get you embraced, dude. You're my ghoulie. I got to get you embraced. All right, so let me go through my little intro here. First off, we've got some panels. I'll switch those around in a little bit. If you notice, there's that bladed weapon that's actually in between my teeth. And yes, I actually own that. I have it for a character that I role play with, but I liked it so much I figured I'll just buy this. So I actually bought it because I actually collect weapons. I collect swords, blades of all kinds, and I do cosplay. And that is a cosplay of my Banu. Actually, that is the cosplay of my Banu, Catherine. So, and there's some rules for you to know, as well as games that I'm playing, as well as songs that I'm interested in. I just keep putting more and more different songs on there. So if there's something that you like and you're like, hey, what was that song that I heard? I'll be more than glad to give you some information about that. And yes, thank you, Krokvar. You're all part of my chat pack. So welcome to hell. I'm just kidding. Welcome to my domain and welcome to Chat Pack. Now, let me explain a little bit about me as far as where you can find me. I have a Discord, I have a Twitter, I have a Twitch, and I have a YouTube channel. Please make sure if you are interested in any of those, jump on them. I also do tend to play Dead by Daylight quite often, and when I do, we tend to stream it. So if you ever want to like play with me, you ever want to play with me, then you make sure that you get on Steam so that I know who you are and say, yo, Cat, can I play with you? And I'll be glad to let you come on in. And sometimes we'll actually stream this on Twitch. So it all depends on my mood at the time. And let's see, what else do you need to know? I think that's kind of it for the intro. I do want to let you know about this game. The game that we're playing right now is called Red Embrace Hollywood. It is a text-based vampiric type of game. Now, this game, if you actually look it up on Steam, it can be rather racy. Rather racy. So, thank you. We're going to go ahead and let you know this is a blind playthrough. That means I have no idea what I'm walking into. If for some reason it gets where it's going to hit that little Twitch TOS where Twitch is twitching, then we're going to shut down the stream, take it over to my Discord, and run it raunch. So, let's hope it doesn't get there. So, at least I can keep it streaming. But if it does, we'll run it over to my Discord. I'll let you know ahead of time. But we will be deleting the stream if in fact it does get that bad. So just letting you know. It is also, if you're part of my chat pack, that means you are going to be participating in this as well. It isn't just me just talking for the sake of talking. You're going to have to choose options. So as we go through this text-based adventure, it'll say option 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not wait. Do not delay. If you snooze, then you lose. I need to make sure that you yell it, scream it, tell me what you want me to do. You are for once and only once, in charge of me. So come on, Chat Pack. You gotta tell me what you want me to do. I'm not walking through this thing all by myself. You're gonna be playing along with me. So, we're gonna go ahead and crank up this game. Everybody hungry for story time? I am. What about you? This is Cat at Night. Welcome. Ready to play? That's like a thing on Deb at Night. As I've been told, I kind of sound like that a little bit. Not sure if I do or not. Yeehaw! We ready to rock and roll? Yeah, baby. Let's do this. So hang tight. I'll be right back. So here we go. Everybody should be able to see the screen. Make sure that you can. I did hear the click, so I do believe that that means the sound more than likely is going to work. Are you guys still able to hear my voice? Let me know. Game, video, and audio as a go. Can you still hear my voice? Good. Excellent. All right, so here we go, Chat Pack. Let's see what trouble we can get into tonight. So let's load it up. Last time it was getting a little bit on the racy side. What do we have here? I believe we are here, June. Yeah, I think that was the last time. Wow, that was a bit ago. You guys need to beat me anytime I don't actually do this the way I'm supposed to. Let's see here. I think this might be it. Ah, you haven't heard the game, but you can hear me. The game doesn't have any music yet, but stay tuned. Let's see. Rain pattered gently against my window. I gazed down at the distant city streets, where the wet pavement glistened with the reflection of endless lights. A little while ago, I'd awoken to the soft sound of a storm. Somehow, it made the world seem so peaceful, calm and drowsy, entirely different from the bristling tension that filled the past few days. Listening to the rain almost made my tired body want to drift back to sleep. Ring, ring. The phone interrupted my thoughts, snapping me back to the moment. I reached over to pick it up, but as soon as I held the receiver to my ear, Cheshire, Saros's voice hissed out at me. I'm coming up to your room now. All right, here we go, Chat Pack. Get ready. 1 or 2. Do you want to do choice 1, which is what? What did... Or ... Where do you want to go with this? So we got a 1. We got a 1. What else? Come on, Chat Pack. Kick it in. Yeah, we go. So we're like, what? The line abruptly went dead. She sounded much, much angrier than I'd ever heard her before. Apparently my peaceful night wasn't destined to last very long. A few minutes later, my door rattled with 3 vehement knocks. Yeah, she don't look happy, does she? The second I opened it, Saros strode past me, silently storming her way inside my room. She radiated fury, even though her expression looked dangerously calm. One or two, chat back. Either what happened, Sir Royce, or anger management therapy is down the hall. What do you think, chat? Tell me. I'm feeling. What is this? 2. You're going to get me in trouble. Not like I haven't been before, but you know, hey. She's also like one of the lead people. So we got a 2, we got a 1, we got a 1, we got a 2. God would say 2. You're right, I would. Okay, so we got a 2, we got a 1, we got a 1, we got a 2, and we got a 2. It's my job. Alright, we're going to go to anger management therapy is down the hall. Saros gave me a silent, bitter look. You guys are going to get me in trouble. I had a feeling that anger wasn't the only emotion swirling inside of her right now. Oops. Two of my agents were killed tonight. When she finally managed to speak, her voice trembled slightly. Not from spying, not from venturing into enemy territory. They were off duty. They hadn't even left Hollywood, but they were picked off, attacked in an alleyway as they left to see a movie together. 1, 2, or 3. Either I'm sorry, Saros, or was it the Marvar, the Golgotha, or as if you haven't ordered any assassinations yourself. 1, 2, or 3, chat. You tell me. Three, two. What else we got? Come on, give me some more votes in there, chat. Don't take too long. 2. We got a lot of 2s. I'm feeling 2 then. And a 3. You're gonna get me in trouble. Was it the Marvar, the Golgotha? I don't know. At this point, it hardly matters. She scowled at me harshly, as if I were somehow responsible for what had happened. These little ambushes, these pathetic attempts at power plays, they're nothing more than a show, a pitiful show of strength they don't even have. One of her hands clenched into a tight fist, knuckles nearly bursting open her glove. Neither the Marvar nor the Golgotha are bold enough to make a genuine first move. They're too afraid of a real conflict. That's why I will make the first move, and an opportunity has just arisen for it. So we got 1, 2, or 3. Either go on, I'm listening, or ... or uh-oh. You're right, it does look like Nicolette. Shh, don't say anything. We got a 1. We got a 3. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Vin. How's it going, Vin? So we got 1, 2, or 3. Go on, I'm listening, ... or uh-oh. I'm thinking, go on, I'm listening. Hey, Pro! How's it going, Pro? Tess, let her keep taking that one on her own. Alright, we got a whole bunch of 2s and 1s, and okay, we're gonna go with the middle. I want to hear what she's got to say. You got a good point. Let her dig that hole there. Saros took a long, deep breath, lifting a hand to adjust her glasses. Vin, you know I'm never behaving. That's beside the point. When her steely gaze refocused on me, it seemed like she calmed down a little. I am currently working with the new aspiring manager to the abattoir to plan a party on Friday. A party exclusive to our coven. That club is considered the most important neutral territory because it is an extremely popular feeding ground. During the gathering, you're going to announce that the club now belongs to the Ascari, as does the whole city. Anyone who remains an enemy to our faction will be treated accordingly. Now we got 1, 2, or 3. I'll be honest, I'm leaning towards 2. Because, hey, you want me to get up in front of all these people and say this? I'm not feeling your angst. But yeah, no, Daddy Andre, who shall conquer all. I love it. 1, 2, or 3, chat back. I'm feeling 2, and I'm seeing a lot of 2s, so I'm feeling a 2 here. I'm really feeling a 2. What do you think, guys? I'm feeling 2. I'm feeling this chick has got some angst here, but it doesn't mean I'm going to fly into it. I can create my own trouble. I don't need to step into hers. Doesn't that sound horrible? We're going with 2. Your reputation has made you an important figure, an object of keen scrutiny by all of the city's vampires. You are, like it or not, being viewed by many as the political pulse of this city. Many question your allegiances, and now is the time to show once and for all where your loyalty lies. She gave me a long, hard look. I'll send along my agents who will provide support both inside and out of the club. There may not be any initial fighting, but we should be prepared. 1 or 2. Either then after that night you'll forcibly drive them out, or what about the human police? 2 very important questions, and I'm riding at 50-50 on both. So you tell me, chat pack, which way do we want to go? Are we going to ask about the human police, or are we going to ask about driving them forcibly out, which is 1? You tell me, chat. I'm kind of feeling 2 also, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 2. Of course, far be it for me to care about the human police, which I will let you know, by the way. Anyone who knows me and knows that I play a lot of these VTMs, I am by nature a Sabbat. So playing any kind of Cami game is extremely difficult. So any kind of aspect of restraint or care in regards to the human population is foreign to me. But do as I must. This is a Cami game. So I'm seeing some 2s. We're going to hit the 2. See what they say. They've been sufficiently informed and compensated. Any casualties will be reported as mere gang violence. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Either then after that night you'll forcibly drive them out, or I'm sorry, Soros, but I can't take part in this, or your plan is suicide. Find someone else. I'm done. Now, I will say, I have a feeling this is a very, and yes, I have dogs. These are my hellhounds. I have a feeling this one part is very integral to the story because, if you remember way back, we hit an allegiance to someone else, and I think this is where there may be some lines crossed. I'm not sure if we should go ahead and say no, so I'm not sure. I'm almost wondering number 1, because we're not saying yes, we're not saying no, we're asking a question, whereas on the other 2 it's like nope, out. So you tell me, chat, what are you thinking? got a bunch of ones or threes. Come on, chat. I need a lot of people to vote on this one. Because I'm kind of like, yeah, one or three, one or three. I'm almost wondering, should I try one and just see? Because I have a feeling it may give me another choice. Like, give me one of these other two if I go ahead and pick one. So I'm going to try one. Yes. Anyone who continues to undermine the city's laws, which worked excellently until this senseless rebellion, will be told to leave Los Angeles. I want to minimize bloodshed, but some of them will inevitably attack us in retaliation. Alright, so there you go. Here's your one or your two. Or, alright, I'll take care of it. It's time we bring it into the war. So this is where it's going to split. 1, 2, or 3. We either go along with it or we say no. I find it rather interesting that there are 2 no's and 1 yes. And it stayed 2 no's and 1 yes over 2 choices. What are you thinking, chat? I'm almost feeling, I don't know, 3? I'm almost feeling 3 too. Something about this is squirrely. Fuck the cam politics, you're right. I'm thinking 3. Yeah, I'm feeling 3. Let's do 3. Unfortunately, I don't intend to find anyone else. You've made it this far, and your freedom is on the horizon. Once the war is concluded, I'll have no further use for you. Grit your teeth through this last task, as I'm sure you're able. Muttering those words bitterly, Saros shook her head. She still seemed different from her normal self, aggressive, but uncertain, almost like a wounded animal ready to attack. Then pushing past me, she swiftly made her way to the door. Oh, and just so you're aware, you won't be allowed to leave the hotel without my permission. My agents have been instructed to monitor your movements. I suggest you do yourself a favor and stay here. Enjoy the room while you still have it. The door slammed behind her, rattling on its hinges. And with that, I was imprisoned in the hotel. Saros said the party would happen Friday, but today was only Wednesday. I have to deal with being leashed here until then, kept inside my luxury prison. I glanced outside my window, where the moon and dark clouds seemed closer than the distant streets below. Thank you, Vin. Yeah, oh God, deja vu. Have I? Yeah, exactly, deja vu. That is so whack. Okay, sorry. Has to do with the roleplay that my character was actually imprisoned in a haven and wasn't able to leave. So that's why it's like deja vu. For once, I didn't feel hungry at all. Only isolated. Wow, that is deja vu. I had no idea. Hey, John Bonsai! Mwah! What is up? It has been a while. Glad to see you, John. I hope everything is good for you. It is nice to see you. Thank you for coming by. Sit and hang out with us. Listen to story time. I had no idea how to reach Marcus after everything that had happened recently. It seemed like he'd practically abandoned his shop. There was someone else I could talk to, though. Who wants to make a guess? Who do I think? Who do we think? Who do we think would be the person we could talk to? Let's look. Colin David? sink into my thoughts. David, baby! Alright, a 1 or 2? Talk to me, chat. What do you think? I'm thinking 1. I'm thinking calling David. Thinking 1? I'm thinking 1. David! David! Yes, yes! Let's give it a shot. David is the blood ghoul. Here we go. I gave a brief knock on David's door, he quickly shuffled over to answer it. Hi, mistress. Wow. There must be something going on, huh? I heard a lot of people talking and moving around tonight. 1 or 2? Either, there's going to be a lot of fighting tomorrow, or yeah, I'm not even supposed to leave the hotel. Which way are we going? 1 or 2? What do you think? Chat pack. 2. Yep. I'm thinking same. Let's get our little ghoul boy to get us the hell out of here. How about it? Think he will? I think he might. Let's get him to get us out. Wow, I bet it's a big vampire thing, right? I'm happy to see you here, though, since you're always out doing stuff. Do you want to talk about something then? Oh, here we go. 1, 2, or 3. Either tell me about yourself, or David, I think you need to leave, or that's all for now, thanks. What do we want to do? Tell me where we're going with it. 1. Alright, so we got a 1. We got to tell us about yourself. What else? 1. I'm thinking 1, too. Let's see what the little ghoulie. Let's see. Tell me about yourself. You want to know about me? He stared at me slack-jawed, apparently floored by my question. I mean, there's nothing special about me. I'm not some amazing, important person like you are. But, I have a brother who's way too overprotective of me, and a dad with a bunch of money. My mom used to be a model, but when she got too old, she had to retire. Now she stays home and watches talk shows most of the time. I just finished high school, but I wasn't planning on going to college or anything, especially since I got held back a few years. My dad said it'd be a waste of money, and I should just work with his magazine instead. Alright, 1 or 2. Either is that what you really want to do, work for your dad, or you shouldn't listen to him. 1 or 2, chat pack. Talk to me, what do you think? I'm a 50-50 split. I have no idea where this is going. I know Corvid in the chat, I believe, has some experience with this game. So sometimes when I absolutely have no clue, I kind of inspect Corvid's responses kind of intensely. And this one, I'm a 50-50 split. So I'm seeing a 1, a 2. I could go either way, really. Maybe 1. Okay. So we got some 1s, we got some 2s. Let's go with 1. We'll try 1. Actually, I'm not sure what I want to do. Nothing seems like it's worth it, I guess. It just takes so much time and money to get anywhere. And who knows what you're supposed to do when you get there. But I don't care about that stuff anymore. I mean, it's not important. I'm here for you, right? For you to drink from? Ooh. a really nice feeling. I don't need anything else. Either, David, I think you need to leave, or that's all for now, thanks. All right, which way do we go? I'm weirded out a little bit by the David, I think you need to leave thing. Because why would they say, David, you need to leave, and think that's all? Thanks, all. That's all for now, thanks. So I don't get that. It's throwing me a little bit. What do you think? 2, 2. What do you think? We got 2 2s. Corvid, talk to me. 2. 1 is to save him from the impending fight. 2 is to send him back to his room. 2. Alright, we'll go with 2. Good point. Oh, okay. I'll see you then. What the heck was that about? Restlessly glancing around, David turned to slink back in his room, locking the door after him with a soft click. I sank down into my bed, staring at the wall with a strangely numb sensation. For a moment, I felt the same way I did my first night, all alone in this empty room. It didn't matter that I'd already seen unimaginable things or survived some of the darkest parts of Hollywood. The coming days still felt like the most uncertain I had ever seen ahead of me. No, no. Yes, yes, exactly. No, no, that's really fine. Certainly. Of course, I do plan on bring her along. A one-sided conversation filled the meeting room. Bye, Vin. Catch you later. Thank you for coming. Bye, Vin. I glanced up from my perch on the sofa towards Saros, who was clutching her phone with an exasperated look. On the other end of the line was some affluent, pretentious vampire, a man who apparently wanted to meet me. He sounded like a real winner. Since tomorrow night was the point of no return, Saros had gone into a frenzy of preparations. She was still trying to scrabble together allies at the last minute, snatching up every neutral party she could, even calling on vampires from outside L.A. to help. They're never going to behave for me. You know better. And now she planned to cart me to a meeting with this vampire who said I sounded fascinating. If nothing else, at least it was an excuse to get out of the hotel. It just goes on and on and on. Finally hanging up the phone, Saros muttered to herself as she gingerly rubbed her forehead. These past few nights, she looked even more strained than usual, especially after what had happened to Lazarus. Excuse me, Cheshire. I have a last phone call to make. Kindly go wait in my car. I'll be out in a few moments. We got 1, 2, or 3. Either nod silently, right, or yes, Mom. Which way do we want to go? No, Winter, you cannot vote. Which way do we want to go? 1, 2, or 3? If everyone says 3, I will go with 3. Winter, you're not allowed to vote. Dang it. 1, 2, or 3. There you go. Gosh. Yes, Mom. Leaving Saros behind in the meeting room, I made my way into the cool night air. Her car was parked in its usual spot, right in front of the hotel, so I wandered over and slipped inside. It seemed like I had a long and tedious night to look forward to. Never fear, Cheshire. A low, sly voice rumbled at me from the driver's seat. Yeah, buddy, Marcus! What goes down must come up, so long as you slay the spirit of gravity. 1, 2, or 3. Either Marcus, or I had a feeling you'd show up, or oh no, and look at those baby blues. Talk to me. Where are we going? 1, 2, or 3? 2. Yeah. I had a feeling it'd show up. Told you. We got a 1. We got a 2. What are we thinking? Doesn't it sound like a bad pickup line? Na 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 na. So give me a 1 or a 2. We got a 2, we got a 1. I need a tiebreaker. There goes a 2. Alright, we're going with 2. Ah, of course, you know I cannot leave you well enough alone. He turned the keys in the ignition, making the car growl to life. And then we started to roll away from the hotel, slowly merging into traffic. I would like to take you somewhere, Cheshire. A fitting destination on this eve of turning tides. By the way, notice it says Eve. See, Eve, it says it. Just thought I'd point that out. Unlike the last time Marcus took me somewhere, the drive wasn't crazy near-death joyride. Instead, we cruised to the streets at a dreamlike pace, leisurely and aimless, as if we really didn't have anywhere to go. It felt almost like the opposite of our first adventure together. So we got 1, 2, or 3. Either can I ask what happened to Lazarus, or Marcus, what you told Lazarus about my sire, or stay silent. This seems like a plot twist somewhere in here. 1, 2, or 3. Talk to me, my chat. 2, 2. I'm curious about this whole sire thing. I'm really curious because I don't think we still have confirmation as to who our sire actually is, if I recall correctly. I'm almost thinking 2. What do you think, chat? Give me one more vote. Come on. 2, maybe. There we go. 2. Ah, yes. It is the truth. I did not choose you. But I've always known the true nature of your circumstances. I doubt that comes as a surprise. He briefly fell silent, rubbing a black fingernail against the steering wheel. Corvid says, when you get far enough in the game, there will be something interesting going on between Marcus and the sire. Really? I'm curious. We'll see. Your sire's decision remains a mystery to me, one that neither of us will ever truly grasp. If that truth causes you to resent me, then so be it. But I only ask that you endure a little longer. When I glanced at his face in the rearview mirror, I saw two different reflections staring back at me. One of them belonged to the Marcus I'd first met, carefree, dry, and playful. The other looked completely somber, but filled with an unbreakable resolve, as if something unseen was endlessly pulling him forward. Despite his earlier words, Marcus didn't seem to have a destination in mind, turning down random streets, even looping around once or twice. And yet, I had the distinct sensation we were headed somewhere important. Finally, after what felt like a long time, Marcus pulled up on a side road. He got out and opened the door for me, although this time I was able to leave the car without his help. It seems we have arrived. He motioned towards the building in front of us, one I'd never visited before, though it seemed incredibly familiar. One or two. Either have we been here before, it feels like, or any particular reason you brought me to this place? I am feeling either. I'm a 50-50 split. So talk to me, chat. Which way do we want to go with this? We've got a 1. What else? Another 1. I'm kind of feeling... We only got 2 votes. Come on, give me a little bit more, chat. Help me out here. Which way do you want to go? Want to try 1? I guess we could try 1. Let's try 1. Yeah, 1 or 2. Naturally, finishing a key from his pocket, he unlocked the door, pushing it open. In the pitch black interior, which even my enhanced eyesight could barely pierce, I spotted a staircase. Ah, it looks exactly how I remembered it. Sighing contentedly to himself, Marcus extended an arm to me, nodding towards the stairs. Come, now. Upstairs we go together. To the top of Hollywood. So either take his arm, or I'm not so sure about this. Which way do we want to go? 1 or 2? 1. 1. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking 1 feels good. What do you think? 1. We're going to go with 1. Dive into danger. We begin to climb upward, our footsteps echoing in a steady rhythm, step by step by step. I quickly lost track of how many we'd taken. There weren't any floor numbers listed, but as the seconds turned into minutes, the minutes into what felt like hours. It seemed like the stairs were endless. They stretched on and on and on, lifting us further into the dark heights of wherever we were going. But Marcus kept a reassuring grasp on my arm. He stayed protectively close to my side, always a half step behind me, like he was ready to catch me if I fell. Ooh, heights. After what felt like an eternity, we stepped out of the darkness. The door opened to a towering rooftop, a view that overlooked all of Hollywood. It was beautiful and bitterly cold. Rather nostalgic, wouldn't you say? Marcus slowly stepped up to the rooftop's edge, his coat fluttering in the wind. From up here, it almost looks like space. So close to humanity, and yet so far away. The search for life among the stars. I approached his side, gazing down at the almost surreal view. Far below us, the city sparkled brightly, just like it had in my dream. But Marcus had already turned away from the ledge. He seemed to be studying me, or maybe he was waiting for me to say something. One or two. Either is this another dream, Marcus, or the night of my dream, did you really bring me here? So either one or two. And I'm a 50-50 split here. I have no idea. Corvid's saying two. What do we got? Two. I'm wondering. Let's check out two. I'm curious. No, I did not. If you were truly here, then you brought yourself here using your own will. I was only ever an observer, no matter how much I seemed to participate. Marcus shook his head gently, smiling like someone with an old, comforting secret. Then reaching out to me, he took my hands in his long, thin fingers, tracing the lines of my palms with a black painted nail. I swear he reminds me of a Tremere. There is something I must confess, Cheshire. Before you even came to my shop, on the night when our paths crossed for the very first time, I was already dreaming of our future. His eyelids drifted shut, a wistful smile floating across his lips. As soon as you stepped into that alleyway, I saw the whole drama of our story unfold. Hey, Ravenclaw! Hey, welcome! It is good to see you again. So many grand adventures, thrilling and provocative, flashes to open both our eyes. Tragic hardships that would have brought us closer together, learning our true natures, the depths of our bond, the delights, the promises, all the expected surprises, the rising tension, the climax, the heart-warming resolution. Surely, you can imagine it. One 2 or 3. Either, yes, I guess that's what I expected at the start, or you'd planned all those things out for us, or I'd rather live a life that doesn't follow a formula. Alright, I'm stuck here, because here I think I would probably go with 2. Yep, that's what I'm thinking, is 2. Why? Because 2 is asking a question. It's not a statement, it's asking him a question. Yep, I'm feeling 2 as well. Let's take a look. In the beginning, yes. When you came to my shop, I envisioned a grand romantic tale worthy of Stoker or Tolkien. But at every turn, I felt the pull of fate, the opening of a different path for us to follow. In the end, all of this was for the best. For outside of our minds, I can never live up to that perfect image. Marcus's voice dropped to a quiet, steady murmur, a trace of disappointment mingling with his resolve. I could feel his cold fingertips still brushing along my palms, holding my hands against his chest. The wind bustled past us, carrying with it the sound of distant sirens. 3 years ago, I stepped into Hollywood for the first time. Marcus turned his head to the side, staring at the distant, looming Hollywood hills. Nobody knew who I was. I didn't know who I was, or what I was to become. I am not the man who arrived in Hollywood that night, and in 3 years' time I will not be the man you see before you. 1, 2, or 3? Will it be what will you be? Or what will happen in 3 years? Or what were you like back then? This sounds like a very loaded question. I'm torn between 1 and 2. Because what he was back then isn't what he is now. So I'm very torn between 1 and 2. What do you think? Two. That's kind of what I'm thinking is 2. We got a 1. Keep voting. I'll hold on this. Because this one might be a plot change. Feels like it. 1, 1. So we've got 2s, we've got 1s. I'm split. It might be the same question, so I'm going to go with 1. I'm thinking 1. What indeed? Not man, but not vampire, though with a corpse for a body. Not man, not vampire, but perhaps dynamite. For a moment, sounds below pulled my attention away from Marcus. Something like muffled gunshots, the echoes of fighting in the distance. They rumbled and crackled like fireworks or cannons, dull but insistent, reaching me from all directions. Cheshire. As he clutched my hands tightly, I felt something cold press into my palms. I brought you here to give you one final difficult task. I looked down to see a small set of keys and a familiar red business card. What are these 2? These keys, why are you giving me these? Or, wait, you're not, or ... 1, 2, or 3. Which one are we going with, chat? 1. So we got a 1. We got a 1. I have a bad feeling I'm not going to be happy with this. So we have a choice. I'm going to not only have you vote for which one. You can choose. Do we stop here and pick it up the next time, or do we go ahead and go on with this? I'm almost just trying to decide, do I really want to tease you guys really bad and not even answer this yet? Or do I want to go ahead and push 1 and see what happens? Because it looks like 1 is a answer. So now that we know it's going to be 1, do you want me to do it now, or do you want to wait? Either now or wait. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Do you want me to? You want me to wait? So we got keep going, keep going, keep going, or wait. Come on, vote, chat. You tell me. I will go with the consensus. The suspense would be too much to bear. Keep going, keep going. I got 3 keep goings and 1 wait. Come on, a few more people vote, then I'll decide. You make it so hard to be mean. Fine. We'll go on. These are the keys to my shop. I'm gonna cry. I'm not asking you to run it, but to keep it safe in case I return. Marcus's smile was bittersweet, filled with as much sadness as determination. I'm leaving Hollywood to seek the truth of my condition, for I am sick with my own salvation. I must discover the true nature of whatever I am becoming, and I must do it alone. So I'm asking you to stay here, watching over the Hollywood you and I have nurtured, until you reach the highest potential I see within you. This sucks. I shouldn't have pushed 1. Okay, so will you ever come back, or let me go with you? I don't belong here either. Or I'll watch it and I'll wait for your return. 1, 2, or 3. I'm leaning towards 1 or 3, but I don't know. Come on, Corvette, help. Help me out. Which way do we want to go? 1, 2, or 3? 1. 1. I'm feeling 1, too. Talk to me, chat. Bait that dude. We're gonna go 1. It's killing me. 1. He gave me a long, uncertain smile, one that seemed almost on the verge of tears. In a different place and time, when you and I are both ready, we will leave again together. The next moment, Marcus abruptly stepped forward. His arms curled around me, roughly pulling me against him. A sharp, brief kiss covered my lips, so sudden that I'd barely had time to process it before he'd already pulled away. Activate awe, not a chance. Sweet, you are so right. Remember one thing, Cheshire. He took a step backwards, balancing on the edge of the rooftop. Become what you are. The last and only riddle worth solving. With those words left his lips as Marcus calmly smiled towards me. And we are stopping. We are stopping right there, which means you have to come back. Every one of you has to come back to finish this with me. So, yeah. Keep an eye out for when I stream because I'm trying to get some kind of schedule going. So, yes. So, this is blackmail. That means you got to come back and be with me again. If I can stream tomorrow, I will. If I can't, then it'll be the next day. But I'm trying to get a good streaming going, so make sure you keep an eye out. You always know there's about a 10-minute wait once my stream hits before I actually start the story. So once you see that thing hit, come in and hang out with me. We're going to pick it right back up where we left off. Croc, did you have a name for me? Which somebody that maybe I could get to, that we could raid. And I'm going to do menu. We're going to save. We're going to put it right here. Overwrite save. Yes. There we go. I got it right there. See that? So, all right, we are going to raid someone. This is a new person. I don't know them, but I know that we like to raid people who are related or doing something with the vampiric games or anything that has to do with vampires in general. We try to raid. So, yeah. Oh, you want to check stats one more time really quick? All right, let's check stats. Ooh, check it out. We are almost 100% on the vampiric. We are up here on determined, and we are at outspoken. Check that out. And by the way, here's Cheshire. Does that look familiar? You guys knew I had to do that, right? Cool. All right, so there we go. We are going to go ahead and raid. We're going to raid Shadow Kitty Hero. So everybody stay put. Nobody go anywhere. Because this person is, I think, I don't know them very well. But, yeah. Let's do that. We're going to raid. Now, here's the deal when we raid. Make sure you are loud. You are proud. You represent me. Raise some complete and holy hell when you go in there. Let this person know how absolutely awesome they are. And always, 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 anybody that we raid, if you have not followed them, then do it anyway. They are streaming Bloodlines 1 and only have 2 viewers. So let's raise absolute hell and make their night. And let's make sure that you like them, join their stream, so that we can bring up those who are doing any kind of vampire streaming at all, because we want to share that undead love, my friends. All right? Mwah. From Psycheshire to you, it has been fun. So buckle up, Buttercup. Let's nail this. We are in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hit it.